Hello, everyone. This is Dan, your host, the Sphere. Welcome. Today, I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to wait a couple minutes for some people to get in, and then we're going to do a live stream. We're talking get some gaming news. I want to cover Final Fantasy XIV's website, 5.4 patch website is now active. I want to cover that, and then I want to go over episode 5 of the Nightwire from Cyberpunk. I haven't seen it yet in full, so I want to go watch that with you guys. I know it's a couple days since I think it was like last week that they did it, but I couldn't get them. I had to wait for them to download it to YouTube so I can also show it to you guys. Other than that, I'm just here chilling, just wait for people to show up. So as soon as people come in or they see the after, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to your favorite YouTuber. Right now, YouTube is doing some shenanigans. A lot of people lost subscriptions. I have been kicked from people's subscriptions. So I had to go back and check. So please make sure you're still subscribed if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps out the channel, helps me grow. I'm only at 115 subs right now, so I'm not a big channel, but hey, every sub counts. Every sub is appreciated. Thank you for all being here. Hail to all of you in the fandom and hail to Comicsgate. Hail to everybody here. Please sit back and let's enjoy some good gaming news. I'm a massive Final Fantasy XIV fan. I've been playing I actually started playing before A Realm Reborn. And I swear to God, I bought like 5 of the fucking collector's editions accidentally. So I had them in storage. I still have, I think I have like 2 unopened Final Fantasy original games. Or I got rid of them. I can't remember. But like the whole box that came in, it was pretty good. It was all right. Realm Reborn really, when that came back out, they really did a good job. Yoshi P is a fucking genius. And the man saved that game. He saved a lot of people's opinions over Final Fantasy in general. So, and Square Enix, the guy is running FF14. If you guys don't know, he's the guy's head dude over at Final Fantasy 16. So that's gonna be interesting. Excuse me, just a minute. All right. So, what do I have for you today? Well, I'm going to share my screen here in a second, and we'll just start covering the website. Give it a couple minutes, like 2 more minutes for people to start showing up. But yeah, I decided just to go live now because I just saw the website was live. And I kind of want to do it from Nightwire. I was going to do it last night, but a lot of people were streaming last night. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait till tomorrow. So here I am again. Thank you for being here. I cannot wait to dive into this stuff. Final Fantasy XIV, Special Shadowbringer, the expansion Shadowbringer really upped the game of Final Fantasy. The story was fantastic. I haven't been on for a couple months. I kind of got, if you ever play MMOs, you know that after a while you kind of get burned out. So I decided to step back for a couple months. I wanted to let the patches keep coming out until right before when they end, and then they're getting ready for the next expansion. And then as soon as that happens, I'm going to jump back in, and I'm going to catch up. I'm going to do my artifact weapons. I'm going to do all that stuff from the period of, hey, the expansion's been announced, and hey, the expansion's dropped. That's why I like to come back into it and really just burn through stuff, try to catch up. Yeah, 1 second. But yeah, the game is fantastic. Classes are freaking awesome. It's great. So here we go. I know I have 1 in chat right now. Let me share my screen. Share audio. Share. Okay, got it. Let's go. Boom. Do this real quick. Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. This is what I'm showing. All right. So this is Final Fantasy Patch 5.4. Features Rewritten. And it's coming early December 20. So yeah, I hope they announce the next, or some stuff start getting leaked for the next expansion pretty soon. Because I cannot wait to see what they have next. I really can't. I have no idea where they're going to take this game, and it's crazy. So you got a new story. All right, with Eldest defeated and the fate of the first secured, the Celians make their long-awaited return to the source, but in the new future, they now look towards what will that which is written upon the pages of history be an anthem of hope or a dirge of despair. So you got some cool little pictures here. Of course, you got the main character, you, as this Dark Knight. Man, I can't wait to get back in. And of course, you got this picture right here, the two supporting each other. All right, new challenges. Eden's Promise. Reen and her mysterious counterpart Gaia have succeeded in restoring the balance of the elementals to the elements of the empty. Much of the credit goes to the Warrior of Light, of course, whom they invite to observe whether life continues to flourish or once barren desert. While the flame of hope burns brightly than ever, this tale is far from over. Fucking love it. I am super excited for this. I need to get back into this so badly. Mayot's Relic. The Maker Quarter was once home to some of the finest crafters Eorzea had ever seen, but it has lain in forgotten ruins since Sumerian Exodus. If I was messing up some of these names, I apologize. It is there, hidden amidst the overgrown foliage, that the entrance to the former workshop of Archon Mayota can be found. Here's some of the pictures. It's pretty interesting. That looks actually pretty interesting to fight. I wonder what that's going to be. It's going to Ghost Boss. Yeah, some of the armors here showing. I'm guessing this is dungeon gear. Usually they show dungeon gear in dungeon fights. So I believe this is the next part. Yeah, it's a new dungeon. The Sorrow of Violet. Gaius and the Warrior of Light are a step closer to thwarting the Empire's War Mecha development project after vanquishing the Sapphire weapon. However, newly unearthed information alludes to another foe lurking in the shadows, and you must take decisive action before it's too late. If you guys don't know, this last bit of thing, they've been doing a lot with the old Final Fantasy VII weapons. They've been bringing them into Final Fantasy XIV, which is actually pretty cool. I got the fight. Which one did I defeat? It was the first one, Ruby, I believe. I haven't played since then, so I need to get back into it so bad. By the way, my main guy, his name is Arthas Arkwright. Same name as the main character in my book, and he's mainly a monk or dragoon. I kind of go between the two. I really like the monks fighting, and they really upgrade. I don't know if they might have nerfed it by now since I've been playing, but when I was playing, man, his monk was killing shit. So is Dragoon. Dragoon is a lot of fun to play. Of course, I have my my gun breakers all the way up to 80, and a couple of my characters. So I can't wait to delve back into it. I really need to. Castrium Marinium. Your recent victories have led to discovery of vital information regarding the weapon project, confirming the existence of the War Mecha, codenamed Emerald. Yep, next weapon. Here we go. It follows a spearheaded projectile strike before the menace is unleashed upon the world. So next weapon is Emerald. So woohoo! That's freaking cool. Of course, now you got your relic quest. These are the ones, I believe these are the ones that you had to do for your relic. The Battle of Southern Front wages on, having failed to retake Castrum Lacus Ator, chance of victory appears slim for the resistance. Oh wait, this might be for something else. Slimmer, still should the 4th Imperial Legion bring in full might to save the Queen to Gear. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder what that is. That must be the next quest area. Yeah, I've been not on since. Yeah, it's been a while. New large scale battle. Oh. Beneath the waste of Burjun Cathedral lie in the ruins of Queen Gunlin's kingdom, the temple of its heart. Once a shining beacon of hope for Bazuja, or Buzju, I don't know. Now remains forever shrouded in darkness, and it is there that the Warrior of Light must lay the Queen's legacy to rest. My guess is there's a big battle, something to do with the Queen, and you're gonna have. I don't know. I gotta get back into this. I am way out of. And then, of course, you got your Blue Mage update. Patch 5.45 sees the level cap for Blue Mage raised to 70, as well as introduction to all new Blue Mage jobs for the quests and gear. So, yeah, you guys get new. For those who are Final Fantasy 14 players, new Blue Mage stuff. So, my Blue Mage was level 20. I never got past that. So, yeah. Hello, welcome. I cannot say your name. I'm sorry, but hey, thank you for coming. Yeah, man, I'm super excited for all this stuff. I really am. I need to get back into this game so badly. So let's see. We got main scenario quest, Eden's Promise raid, new dungeon, the Chronicles of New Era, Sorrow. Yeah, new trial. New trial, save the Queen, new large battles, Blue Mage. Ishgard's restoration updates. Cool. So the crafters are going to enjoy that. And gatherers too. New Unreal Trial, Sky Steel Tool update, Treasure Hunt update, Ocean Fishing update. Ooh, I'm a big fisher in the game. I think I have like a level 70 something fisher. Triple Triad update, Dominion update, Explorer mode, performance update, new game plus update. I've heard about this where you can, if you finish Shadowbringers, but Maddie, I am live. Please go. Sorry about that. I'll take care of them in a minute. But yeah, so new game plus pretty much means that you could do Shadowbringers all over again with whatever character you want. Say, if I think what they're doing, I am not sure. Don't quote me on this, but I think what they're doing is they're trying to help people trying to level up other jobs. Because it is kind of easier to level up when you have all your quests open. For a job, you do all your quests, you level up a lot faster than you're trying to grind. So new game plus update. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I'll have to figure that out because, yeah. Could be interesting, but yeah, so that's the end of that. Let's see, do they have any artwork, screenshots? Yeah, they don't have any, like. Yeah. All right, so that's it for that part. So that's the 5.45 update. Yeah, it's freaking cool. If you haven't seen it, in the description of the video will actually be a link that goes to both this and to the Cyberpunk Night City Wire live stream that I'll be covering here in a second. So thank you. Let's see. So now, let's get this on.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up to with the snakes. City of dreams, city of dreams.
Hell yeah.
Hello and welcome to Night City Wire episode 5, the show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077. Now we're going to start today's episode with a new trailer that will take a closer look at Johnny Silverhand, before we go behind the scenes with Keanu Reeves and have a chat to English adaptation director Boris, who will tell us exactly what it was like to work with him. Then we'll be exploring the original score and talking about some of the radio stations you might listen to while driving around Night City. Before we take a look at the Jolly technology, which is powering facial animation in Cyberpunk, and unveil a new My Reward scheme, which anyone can take part in, no matter which platform you'll be playing Cyberpunk on. We'll then wrap up today's episode with a brand new gameplay trailer. It's a busy episode, and it will be our final episode of Night City Wire before the game launches on December 10th. So,
Damn,
let's get going.
that sucks. I like these. These are pretty cool.
Where'd you even come from? How are we even talking? Gotta get out of here, understand? And I'll kill anyone who gets in my way.
You weren't dreaming, V. Those were memories.
You two are connected in a way I can't make head or tail of. Who? Me and who, Vic? Silverhand.
Johnny Silverhand. Real talk of the town back in my day.
He died, like, forever ago.
You need to say there's an actual terrorist in my head. Right now.
He burned down half the city just to prove he was right. And burned the other half just for fun.
What do you want from me? Destroy Arasaka. I don't even know what that means. Do whatever it takes to stop him, defeat him, gut him.
He already tried to take over your body. You know, just for a little while.
Hear me, asshole? A bullet to the fucking brain. Get out! Just get the fuck out! Tell me how to get rid of it.
You don't have much time left.
You're a dick, you know? And you're a cunt. Maybe we'll fit together after all.
Sometimes we like to share
Hell
things with
yeah.
you, and other times we like to keep secrets, and it can be worth it for that big reveal. Pretty sure no
Keanu Reeves being an asshole. I like it. This is gonna be interesting. So it seems like the dude's starting to take over your mind, and you're trying to get him out. That does make it sound a little bit different than what I thought. So yeah.
Nobody was expecting to see Keanu Reeves on stage at E3 2019. So let's go behind the scenes to see how Keanu Reeves brought rocker boy Johnny Silverhand to life. You could say it's breathtaking.
Cyberpunk 2077, Johnny Silverhand. I've had the opportunity to do voiceover a few times. I'd worked on a cartoon. I had done some documentaries. I'd never done this much. You know you don't gotta speak out loud to talk to me. And I've processed some shit. Changed my mind. Don't want you dead anymore. You know, and got to play a character in so many kind of different ways because of different paths or threads or choices. So you almost get to play one moment, say you have a decision, would you take a bullet for it? With 3 different behavioral attitudes. So that was fun. You know, Johnny's either a dick, or he's happy, or he's trying to convince. Know why? Because you've always been a fucking pussy, Carrie. So it's been fun, and that was kind of what I was interested in. You know, the different options that the game could play, you know, playing the same person but with different versions of it. Motion capture, baby, Johnny Silverhand. So one of the first elements that I was involved in with the game was motion capture. I've done a fair bit of motion capture. I did it with in the Matrix films. So to start doing the motion capture for Johnny, it was all very familiar to me. The only difference, I think, technologically was how close they were going to real-time review. But creatively, it was very familiar in the sense of starting a library of gesture and the toolbox, let's say, for the animators to work with for the character.
Wow.
So you get to see Johnny as the rock star. You know, you hear about his military past, you know, and he's fighting for his survival. So he's kind of got all of these things leading into the moment of this guy. It's really a kind of an interpretation, because I think there's a Johnny Silverhand in all of us. He's got a lot of energy. He's got a good sense of humor, if not a little dark at times. He's very passionate. He cares. You know, he's kind of naive, but he's also super experienced in life. He's got certainly an appetite for life.
Oh, man. No, you're wrong.
He wants to change the world, you know? But he has a cause that he wants to fight against the corpocracy.
Come on. Don't tell me you're not interested.
He's kind of looking for a different kind of freedom.
Corps have long controlled our lives, taken lots. And now they're after our souls.
At least I believed in something bigger.
At least I had a cause.
What CD Projekt Red has shared with me in the way that they talk about the game and what I've seen is that it's got a lot of freedom. There's so many different paths that you can play the game on. But it's not just quests of paths. It's like, who are you? How do you want to play the character?
If I gotta kill, I'll kill. If I need your body, I'll fucking take it.
You can go into action, you can go into mystery, you can problem solve in different ways. And where you go in this world, there's so much detail. There's so many different things that you can go off into that are really interesting and fun. There's a real drama to the game and emotional stakes to it. And then there's lighter sides to it. And of course, the music, production design, technologically, how cutting edge it is. I don't think there'll be a game that looks like this. Yeah, it's intense.
I take the driver, you get his sidekick.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, man, looks freaking awesome. Can't wait to see what kind of dialogue you could play with him and stuff. Oh, this game needs to come out. Like, no!
Before we get into what it was like to actually work with Keanu Reeves, was it always him that you imagined as Johnny Silverhand? Was there anybody else that you ever considered having for the role?
Yeah, Holly, it was a long, arduous, extended process to imagine what Johnny Silverhand is supposed to look like, what he's supposed to sound like, what he's supposed to act like. Everybody and their great-grandmother seemed to have an idea. And the process actually involved a lot of people: game director, character artists, writers, marketing staff. I could go on. You know, we cast a pretty broad net initially. We considered actors. We considered enlisting actual rock stars, you know, band frontmen to play the role. At one point, we even toyed with the idea of taking and reviving a recently deceased, longtime luminary of the recording industry. Now, some might say that it was a pipe dream to assume that we could do that technologically or otherwise. Well, I'll see you that pipe dream and raise you another, because one could easily say that it was a pipe dream to assume that we could successfully pitch to and ultimately enlist Keanu Reeves to play the role.
Now, I'm sure this is on everybody's mind right now, but what was it actually like to work with Keanu Reeves? Because even he said in the video, this was like nothing he'd ever done before.
A question that I'm sure anybody who gets to work with Keanu has to answer, and I get where it comes from. Keanu is a consummate professional. When he's at work, he's at work. He's completely and utterly focused. To that work, he brings his talent, he brings his art, his technical skill, and overwhelming charm. And yes, the scale and the complexity were and are dazzling. Non-linearities, the variation in attitude, mood, emotion that are required to achieve them, they can be difficult to get your head around. And if you take all of Johnny Silverhand's bits, you know, his screen time, it's like doing the equivalent of many, many feature film roles put together. And we covered all that in a handful of mocap sessions and under 24 VO recording sessions of 4 to 6 hours each. And that took focus, it took control, it took dedication, all of which Keanu provided in heaps.
So tell us a little bit more about the character of Johnny Silverhand and why he's important to the story, but also why it's important to have him played by like such a powerful personality.
Yeah, I'm so glad they got Keanu
how do
Reeves
I
for
do
this?
this without
my favorite actors,
spoiling
so, yeah.
too much for gamers? In the broadest sense, I'd say Johnny Silverhand is a co-protagonist of the game rather than a sidekick. I mean, there are buddy bits in the game, but in the end, Johnny has an agenda and he pursues it, and V has an agenda and has to pursue that. And to get things done, V and Johnny have to work together. Some of the things they do are V's, and some of the things they do are Johnny's, and some of them are important to both of them. That bonds gamers, I think, to both characters. Both characters' agendas become equally important.
That's interesting.
Both characters' continued existence becomes equally important. For any gamer or viewer or reader, what you have to do is create that bond between them and the protagonist or protagonists. You have to make those characters understandable to them, likable to them, lovable to them. With that understanding, even when they do something not entirely admirable or say something reprehensible, you stay
have
committed,
some kind
you stay
of
involved,
emotional
you
attachment
stay
to your
bonded.
characters, or just you
And
just
there's
don't
no
care.
denying casting a powerful personality, somebody who exudes charm by the truckload, helps to further all that.
So Boris, can you tell us, like, what does Keanu bring to Johnny Silverhand?
What Keanu brings to Johnny Silverhand is nothing more and nothing less than Keanu. I could parse that into a string of adjectives, but I kind of think that would be borderline insulting because it wouldn't begin to do him justice. To anybody who's seen the applicable movies, Neo
the sex
is
scenes in this
Keanu,
is gonna be
Keanu
fucking
is
crazy.
John Wick is Keanu, Keanu is John Wick. John Constantine, Johnny Mnemonic, Jonathan Harker, Johnny Utah, they're all Keanu. And to anyone who will play Cyberpunk 2077, Johnny Silverhand will be Keanu. To my mind, at least, star power is a fact and an important factor for broad sections of the audience out there.
So can you give us more information about the process of motion capture, right? Because we saw you in the video, doing some of it, but really, how does it work?
But I wish I could, Holly, but I'm really no mocap expert, and I can basically tell you what the day looked like, what the process looked like to me. To me, it was a fine day in LA, and I put on a wonky-looking bodysuit with globules all over it, and I put on the head cam, and then we proceeded to block and then play out scenes between V and Johnny, and we did it over and over and over again. As we did that, I must have poked Johnny in the chest hundreds of times.
Dude, the shit's gonna come
and I
out
must have
about with this.
yelled
crazy.
"fuck off" at Johnny 35 times, well, I never expected to be doing any of that. No, I never imagined I'd be doing any of that.
Well, Boris, thank you so much for joining us. Your voice in the studio is quite iconic. So whenever I talk to you, I feel like I'm in a trailer. It's amazing.
It's not all that. It's not all that, Holly. Thank you.
Well, from Soviet-era synthesizers to body heat radio, it's time to explore the original score and just some of the radio stations you'll be listening to when you're driving around.
That would be good. If they get mods, that'd be freaking awesome. Especially, I know a lot of people mod, so yeah.
Score is the main vessel of emotions in both movies and video games, and Cyberpunk 2077 is no different.
It actually took us a long time to find the right color of the music.
Getting that sound together is almost as important as the actual look of the game itself, because music is really helping you feel this emotional connection to the game.
Yeah, the music doesn't match, it throws off the whole game. If you get the music right, the look right, and
so one of the main ideas was to take the cyberpunk genre out of the 80s and give it a 90s flair. We took elements from rave, IDM, industrial, and make them fit our narrative purposes.
We've decided that close to the 100% of our music will be purely
Master Chief.
electronic.
Well,
That's why we
look
try
like a
to
Master
stick to
Chief. That's
analog
awesome.
as much as possible. So it's got a warmth to it.
You walk in,
I'm
just
super
like
proud
fucking
of the team
destroy
we've managed
shit.
to gather for this project.
For me, it was basically my own
I want a
personal
Deadpool
aesthetic
character.
matching the aesthetic
This world
of the
would be great
game.
with
When I
Deadpool
read
in
the
it.
brief, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I can be myself. I can make music, and it come from an honest place.
I love the fact that the music in this game is so varied. So we have some tracks that are super dirty, super heavy, and then we have some tracks that are very beautiful and ambient. I'm using all kinds of different effects. So it's been great to be able to experiment with the sound and the style.
It's my first time actually doing any drum tracking for a video game. It's been really exciting. It's been a lot of fun.
It's all about making you feel like a perfect killing machine, because that's what you are basically.
Oh yeah, Deathstroke would be great in this.
Well, I can do that all day long. So you'll just have to tell me what you like, what you don't like.
Cool. Okay. It's not going to sound like one thing, depending on what part of the city you're in.
We basically scored every quest pretty much with custom assets created specifically for that quest.
We ended up having over 7.5 hours of music in Cyberpunk.
Working on Cyberpunk has just been insane. I can seriously say that I've never worked with such a bunch of mad people in my life, and mad brilliant.
The gear that we use comes out of boutique shops, or they are vintage synthesizers like this Polyvox.
I really hope all this effort put into creating this score pays off with satisfying and enjoyable listening and gaming experience.
Stupid bots.
Hello, Night City. What's shaking Night City? Good morning, Night City.
Hate bots, man.
Yo,
They've been attacking
Stan
all of our
here.
channels.
Ooh, I love
That's the
this
first time they
town.
went up
Love
to
it like
mine
you might
now,
love a
so.
mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her. And now, a shout out to all the lowlifes over at the Atlantis. Ladies and gents, here's that all-time classic in Night City.
I swallow all my drugs so the penis unplugged when the laws are...
Soundtrack is one of the key elements we use to build believable world. We've invited artists from around the world, incredible talents, incredible musicians, to write and produce songs just for us for this project.
The soundtrack for Cyberpunk is insane. So the soundtrack being all the songs that they've got going on, whether it's on the radio or on the background, all these just amazing bands.
We've got over 150 custom genre-bending tracks, all waiting for you to discover them by yourselves.
You know, the reason I wanted to be a part of Cyberpunk is, well, basically I know The Witcher is super sick, and then I actually got to play a preview of the game, which was fucking incredible.
I've always wanted to do something connected to a video game, so I was pretty excited when this came in, and it was like an instant yes.
I was kind of imagining what it would be like being a character in that game. The person that's a musician in this world and this time has grew up in that space.
This isn't just some fun shit. There's also an intellectual and spiritual
Rammstein,
history to
man.
this world that's been constructed.
Yeah,
you know?
We want to provide you with the soundtrack.
I used to sing this song all the time until I realized what I was saying.
Part of that.
For those of you who can't wait to hear more from our composers, we're going to be releasing a special 6-track Cyberpunk 2077 EP featuring tracks from the game's original score onto streaming services for you to enjoy for free. And
awesome.
They'll be live at the end of this
I
episode,
can't wait.
so you can
As soon as
give
my
them a listen
computer's
later.
built, I plan on
In
getting this
addition,
game
if
for
you're
my computer
planning on
too.
live streaming Cyberpunk, or if
And
you just want to make videos,
streaming
we
the
want to
shit out
introduce
of
you
it.
to a new mode that will allow you to disable certain copyrighted tracks.
Yep, I like
We
this.
know
This
that
is
for
great.
content creators, licensed music can sometimes
This will
be
save
problematic.
people a whole lot
So
of
with this
headache.
new mode, you'll be able to disable a small number of
RoboCop.
selected tracks. which
There's so
could
many
cause
ways to
some
play,
issues,
dude.
replacing them
So
with a
many
different
ways.
song, helping to avoid any problems. If you're going to be live streaming from console, this will start automatically, but you can toggle it on and off in the options as needed. And for PC players, you'll be able to turn it on and off in the game options. Don't forget, as with all episodes of Night City Wire, if you're tuning in late or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon. Now, from Polish to Chinese. When Cyberpunk launches, it will have VO in 10 different languages. So we're going to take a closer look at the Jolly technology, which is ensuring each and every one is as authentic as possible.
So hi, my name is Sarah Watling. I am the CEO of Jolly Research in Toronto, Ontario. In this video, we're going to show you a little bit about Jolly, the software, and Jolly in action within the world of Cyberpunk 2077.
Maintenant, tu vas répondre à mes questions honnêtement, sans détour.
Rayfield's mine. Скажи заплатить 2 раза, заплатишь 2 раза.
Jolly is a suite of tools and a suite of services that result in what we think is the coolest and best and highest quality facial performance on characters.
Oh. Is that supposed to sound familiar?
It's automatically generated on a face based on audio dialogue.
That would be fun. Being a Joker
from a voice actor.
You need like a purple
Slow,
suit.
deep breaths. Your
Paint your
cortisol
hair
and
and just
adrenaline
fucking
spike.
kill shit,
Soft
dude.
activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened. You're alive.
I wonder if they could do that.
What Jolly tries to do is it tries to get to the root of what is being expressed in the vocal performance and put
Take
that
over the
on a 3D
Undercity,
character.
man. Become
That's
like
Rogue. Best
Prince,
fixer in all
Prince
of
of
Night
Crime.
City.
There is just an incredible amount of performance in this game.
Sure.
A procedural solution allows you to animate over and over and over again at tremendous scale. Jolly is what powers every single character in the game of Cyberpunk 2077 in all of the languages that the game has been localized for.
Ahora escúchame. Este mierdas de Anthony Gilchrist. ¿Es tu contacto? Hat Infos zum Konvoi durchsickern lassen?
All you're doing is changing an attribute. For example, speech style. If you wanted your character to shout instead of mumble, instead of issuing a set of commands that redo the animation, instead you click an attribute going from, in this case, mumble to shout.
But you walk. You bleed, but you walk. You bleed, but you walk. You breathe.
If the lip sync is right, you don't notice. If the faces match and match performance, you don't notice because you're too busy paying attention to how awesome the game is, how much you care about these characters, how much what they do. And that's what we want. That to me is that's the sizzle.
Don't you know you owe the sheriff a word when you pay his town a visit? To tell him what's brought you here. Maybe even over a cup of coffee.
Now we're excited to reveal digital and in-game rewards for Cyberpunk 2077. It's our way of saying thank you for your support. Now, every copy of the game comes with digital downloadable goodies such as the art book, the original score, and a digital comic, all from the Cyberpunk universe. But there's more. You can also claim in-game items for Cyberpunk 2077. For example, you could be rocking the Wolf School jacket for simply connecting the game to your GOG account. And if you have other CD Projekt Red games, such as The Witcher or Gwent, you can get even more. And it works both ways. If you connect the game to your GOG account, you can also unlock special in-game items for Gwent, the Witcher card game, such as the samurai-inspired card and coin back, and the breathtaking title. Now, this new My Reward program is for everybody. No matter which platform you're playing Cyberpunk on, you'll be able to get your digital goodies and in-game items. Now, this is just the beginning, and there'll be more items coming in the future, and we'll have more information on My Rewards soon. As always, don't forget that if you've missed anything or if you just want to watch again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon.
Right, yeah, they care about us. That's the best part, is they actually give a shit about the fans. And they know that they had to push this back, and they know a lot of fans are not very happy with them, but they continued to show how much they love us by just constantly being out there with us. I don't know, man. They might be able to. I know they had racings, they had different vehicles in the last episode, so Yeah.
So before we take a look at that new gameplay trailer, we just want to reveal that a number of games media from all over the world have been playing Cyberpunk 2077, and you'll be able to read their latest impressions when this episode of Night City Wire finishes, so you can go and check them out. So now, let's wrap up this episode and take a look at that brand new gameplay trailer.
They got a lock on us.
Yeah, Michael.
Engine
You have to.
hit. Get us out of
Oh,
here.
that's my bro.
I'm losing
control. At CD Projekt Red, we dedicate ourselves to telling immersive stories. Yet with every new project, we set out to make our games bigger, more complex, deeply engaging.
Come on, V. Let's get you home.
Cyberpunk 2077 marries exploration of a vast open world with kinetic combat, story-changing player choices, and robust character development, all to bring you into our vision of the dark future.
You ever feel like the city doesn't give you a choice? You either burn alive in it, or you never existed at all.
The year is 2077. An economic crisis culminating in nuclear conflict has left America in pieces. With most of the continent degenerating into lawless war zones, people from all over have converged on the already overcrowded Night City, one of the world's last great megalopolises. A hub amassing the best in resources and know-how, and home to manufacturers of cutting-edge technologies, Night City continues to offer the promise of a civilized future.
What? No, this isn't happening. Oh, but it is.
But in the city's streets, a merciless struggle for power rages. Gangs, corporate agents, hustlers, religious cultists, politicians, and all manner of criminals strive to outplay one another. Ordinary people get caught in the crossfire.
Looking for justice. In Night City, I seek revenge. Much more feasible here.
In this world, consumed by never-ending conflict,
so good.
Sometimes only an outsider will get the job done.
Elizabeth tells me you have answers for us. I'm all ears.
And that's you, an urban mercenary, a cyber-enhanced gun for hire.
You seem to understand each other. Take this, too.
As a mercenary, you swear no allegiance. You've chosen the outlaw life and trust that your abilities will carry you up Night City's ruthless, underground social ladder.
Heart of Night City. That's it right there.
To thrive as a merc, you need the right combination of gear, skills, and reputation.
Dex had a load to say about you. I hope he wasn't overselling.
With the money you earn, you can turn yourself into a living weapon, buying guns and enhancements in the hundreds.
Yeah, I kind of want to play a character that has swords, handguns.
As you roam the city's streets, you gain the experience you need to upgrade abilities and acquire perks. Combine the right skills and gear to create a gunslinger with inhuman reflexes.
Oh, my gunslinger sword dude.
A stealthy netrunner with command of all surrounding tech.
Oh, man.
Or practically anyone in between. In Cyberpunk 2077, you steal a prototype.
It'd be kind of cool if you can. If they said you have reputation. I wonder if you can have such a reputation that, like, you could walk into a building after somebody and they just kill themselves. Just like, oh God, it's you! Shoot themselves in the face, so you don't have to be fucking worry about it. Because your reputation's like, oh shit!
Prototype biochip that can set you up for life.
Being filthy rich.
When its sealed container is ruptured, the only way to prevent the biochip from failing is to slot it into your head. It turns out it contains the digitized soul of Johnny Silverhand, a dead rocker boy with violence on his mind.
I mean to say there's an actual terrorist in my head, right now.
He's out for revenge. Aims to bring down the megacorp that made the chip.
Do whatever it takes to stop him, defeat him, gut him.
What is in your head can shift the balance of power in Night City. The high and mighty will do anything to lay their hands on it.
Told you I'd end you.
Dude, a Vader becomes cool. if you can, they can mod the actual
The
like force
choices you
choke. That'd be
make
cool.
will shape your story and determine how events unfold.
V, you gotta take them down. That's why we're here.
But not everything in Night City is a matter of life and death. Sometimes it's about style, choosing your look, your ride, your pastime, who's at your side. Choosing how you spend your dirty money.
Those laser arm swords?
Welcome to the next generation of open world adventure. Immerse yourself in Cyberpunk 2077.
They got a lock on us.
So yeah, that was freaking awesome. I cannot wait to play this game. I know all of you can't wait till either. Oh, but that's all I had for today. Michael, if you're still there, I'll talk to you in a second. I'll text you, let you know what's going on, how you doing and stuff. But yeah, that was fun. So what we covered so far was Final Fantasy 14 5.4's website and the Cyberpunk trailer of Night City. Yeah, dude. Livewire. That's what I meant. Livewire episode 5. So yeah, guys, I'll see you later. I hope y'all are doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, be good to each other. Hail the fandom menace. Hail all of you, the fans who are out there watching right now. Without you, nothing is possible. So enjoy, guys, and I'll see you next time in the Mirror Sphere. Peace.